That's
Episode
going viral.
221.
Kill whatever that was.
What's inside your butthole?
Kill it, Tiger.
Kill it, Tiger. Kill it.
I'm not feeling it.
I got some feedback on there.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's the feedback from your asshole.
So that's what's inside my asshole.
Replied to that
Butthole.
meme, and I said,
This is gonna be a good show.
I said nothing but shit and corn, kid.
And we're live.
And we're live.
Woo!
Welcome to the Arcade Hangout.
Episode 221.
America's 221 episode, America's longest running arcade live podcast.
False.
Coming at ya. With,
There you go.
Less bells and less poop boners and upper deckers and what's inside your belly button and what are you drinking?
Are you really poop?
It's poop.
Less poop. More fiber. Today we have a couple special guests in the room. We got Mr. Brian Middleton. What's your claw handle?
It is Applejack.
Applejack.
Yep.
So if you see Applejack, that's Brian. And Brandon, what's yours? What's your claw handle?
Advan S13.
And how long have you guys been on Clav for?
Maybe about 5 years for me.
Yeah,
That's a good amount.
2008 was when I joined.
Are you guys still active on there? Pretty active?
Just a troll, but
Yeah.
Look at it a lot, yeah, for sure.
I stopped looking when my work blocked it.
Bummer.
That was like 2 years ago, so you haven't been back.
Yeah, I haven't. I've only if Jim says, "Oh, you know what that fucker said."
Yeah.
You know that asshole. Blah 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 blah. So then I'll read those kind of stories of what Jim's talking about just to get familiar.
love the deal's gone bad. That's my
Yeah, or
fave
just,
section. Yeah.
or just angry with certain people or
Yep.
certain things that are for sale. Certain things that are for sale for way too much money. We'll just say that. I'll just leave it at that.
Mark, do you check your the SoCal? Like I don't. Yeah, I'm with you. Like unless somebody said something, I never look at the general. But I do go to my we have a really active NorCal. Thread.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I'm not as active as I used to be. I used to be on there a lot. I got a lot of people mad at me, so I kind of calmed down.
Oh.
What were you stirring the pot about?
Right.
Cax maybe about.
They made
that
one.
that.
You get
That was
set afire on
me.
That one, yeah.
That was my fire. You guys remember that one?
Yep.
With the Cax is too crowded and
Too many hookers or not enough hookers or
yeah, too many hookers running into my
Smells.
room.
Yeah.
But they
didn't know.
improved Cax after that, so it was a good thing.
That's right. They did. They added the new room, like it did. And
Yeah, it
we'll
did.
see what happens this year. I think we have to wait a
Yeah.
couple weeks, and then we'll find out if it's actually going to happen.
Yeah, and I'm friends with Jeff
Time.
Kinder, so I wanted to let him know I wasn't dissing him or anything. He worked so damn hard on that
Yeah.
show. Brian or Brandon, have you guys been to CAX?
Nope.
Oh,
I have been a few years, yeah.
okay. Yeah, you should check it out. It's a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah,
For sure.
Get some plane tickets right now to fly down at
Not now.
in July.
Not now. Have you guys
Driving to
heard?
go to a hotel to look at video games doesn't really seem very fun to me. So
Hey, speaking of overpriced games and stuff, Coin Dork from Arizona, he bought this $7,500 what is it? Skydiver recently. He was the guy that bought it. He also bought a fire.
Jesus.
Yeah, he also bought a fire escape. He was like the first guy to buy a fire escape from me. So yesterday I'm sitting watching Pawn Stars and I'm looking and I'm like, son of a fucking bitch, it's him. And I'd seen an episode before, but I think when I saw it, I didn't know his face. And he was selling a brothel coin from Rome.
To pay for
Wasn't selling
Skydiver.
the fire escape?
No, he wasn't selling the fire escape. And I'm like, this was yesterday. I took a picture of the screen and I'm texting him. I'm like, with a question mark. And he's like, yeah, that was from a few years ago. It was the first time you've seen it? And I'm like, no, but when I sold him I've known him since 17, I think, but he didn't go to Grinkers that year. So I didn't see his face. Then the last couple of years I saw his face. I mean, he looks the same. And I was like, curious cause he sold it for, $8,000 and he said he made money. I'm like, I had to know what he paid for it. He said he paid like $2,500. So I was like, oh, that's awesome.
For the brothel coin?
Yes, a Roman brothel coin is super old. And I'd seen an episode before, but
That's an old ass hooker right there, man.
Yeah.
I bet she doesn't look so good anymore.
Yeah.
No, but she's still clearly clearing bank. That's
Yeah.
how much does that buy
Oh, I don't know.
in Roman?
I missed the
hours?
beginning of the. Well, I've
Yeah.
seen it before because I remember them coming in with that, but I just
Buys one inflated skydiver.
He buys one skydiver.
Yeah, that's what he paid. He went on for other investments. That's what he's. I'm gonna buy a $7,500 video game.
So how could you tell? How could they tell it was a brothel coin? Like, were there
Well,
images?
they brought a coin expert in. There was like a diagram, a little picturesque.
UV
thing.
flashlight. It was all white.
It was like a man and
I'm
a
just
woman.
like,
I think.
so is it like
Is it like
is it a,
stamped with like a blowjob or like
that's what I'm,
doggy
yeah.
style?
Thank you. That's what
It
I
was
was
like
trying to get to. Like, how could
Somebody
you?
was chiseling out a.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like is that like did it have?
Yeah, it had some sex thing on it. Yeah.
Ah, okay. There we go. That's the.
Kind of like the penis on the quantum high score table.
There you go.
Yeah, when you get the high score, it also prints out a coin of your dick drawing.
Just stamps it like the old like
Yeah.
the
To play, insert 2 quarters in a penny, and then you get your
Exactly.
dick drawing
Yeah,
at the
that's where
end.
it's going.
You get your happy ending.
That's like twice where I've seen someone on a TV show that like I knew, or 3 times in my life that I knew, like, fuck, I know that person, like, well, I'm like, what the fuck?
Someone was developed on Howard Stern. Someone was developing this a couple years ago when apps were becoming the big thing. People were making a lot of Apple apps. This is a few years back, but they were making an app for massage parlors in New York, and they would highlight the ones that give you happy endings. You know which ones to go to if you want that. It says here in the app that you give happy endings.
like pulling up Yelp reviews. Like,
Yeah.
I hear you give a good.
How
happy
happy.
This happy ending only costs $25 on top of the massage.
I think there used to be websites where it would kind of clue you in on the red light district in various towns too. I remember seeing very text-based, with reviews and stuff like this. Like, hey, look for the lady in the pink pumps, hangs out behind the bus stop over here. And
Watch out for Cindy. She's got crabs.
Yeah.
That one
Didn't have them
pulled a
before, but she
knife
has
out.
them now.
Yeah.
Red bandana.
And Jordan, you just looked at these out of curiosity.
You just
happened to. You were
He's
looking
hanging
for an
out.
arcade game,
Thanks,
same
Liz.
clue word.
Right. Yeah.
A guy in a bar showed it to me.
Yeah.
So it's those
Strange.
dirty men in the bars.
Yeah, he showed me this.
Or either that or you're asking for a friend, something like that, right?
Yeah.
I almost think this was pre Craigslist. I think, it was very text based though, like that, and it had
Got it
some
on the
kind of
BBS.
yeah, it might have even been a BBS. Who knows? Yeah. But no, I mean, I don't live in the greatest neighborhood. There's, there used to be prostitutes walking around like 5 blocks from here. And
There
sometimes
probably
they're-
still is.
Probably. Sometimes they're like behind my house giving someone a blowjob in in their car.
Now they can do that to
Behind
the
your house
reactor.
or in your backyard underground?
Not quite in the
Okay.
backyard.
You're not the ponytail killer or something?
Yeah, no, I did watch a sting operation once before that was pretty fucking hilarious, where the guy was like totally trying to deny it. And eventually he turned his story once he knew he was busted to, well, who's going to know about this? Will I get something in the mail? It's obvious that he was probably, married and had a family.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now he's trying to save his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
My first jury trial ever was defending someone charged with being a John and was in a prostitution, was busted in a sting operation kind of thing, where he had
Wow.
propositioned a undercover cop and went back to the hotel and I forgot quite all the details. I actually got no pun intended, I got a hung jury on that.
I was always going to say, did you get him off?
Oh,
Dave.
Boom,
Jim-
boom.
Well,
Jim
rim shot.
Bodini. We need a rim shot sound
Yeah.
effect.
I did not get him off, but I but he was well hung or something. I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere. And then I actually ended up changing jobs, so I never went. He wanted to hire me for the retrial, but it was just it wouldn't make sense because it would cost too much money. I had moved out like 3 hours away. So I passed, and I forgot what ended up happening because I think he did take it back to trial, and yeah, might have gotten convicted with the his second public defender.
He did not come out on top.
He did not. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go.
No happy ending for him.
No, it was a sad ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where he just slaps it and asks for a big
And
tip.
now he's getting the shaft.
No. no.
Oh,
Beauty.
Jordan, did you just do a
Thanks,
shot
we'll
of
be here
beer?
all night.
Yeah, whether we want you to be or
Yes.
not. Huh?
Yeah.
You caught me. I did just do a shot. You're right.
Dude, I listened to today's podcast, and I hope you
Well, I'm not
imitate
going to
that.
listen to that one.
Dude, you were so fucking hammered.
Yeah, we
If
don't
anyone
listen
has-
to ours either.
Good to listen to it.
Us, today are
We're listening
Jordan,
to a single one of our
Brian,
episodes.
and Brandon from the Coin Rejects podcast. If
Yes.
you're wondering
Yes.
who the
Hello,
I was
Coin
I was
Rejects,
getting
by the
there,
way.
but yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we at least we kind of introduced Brian and Brandon, but we
Yeah.
did not introduced Bricktop.
No, you came in late.
I came in late.
'cause he was
But
getting
you've been here
hammered.
before, so you're like family.
That's
Like,
right.
oh, you
Yeah.
again.
This is yeah,
That's
it's
right.
old home.
It's like that
Doesn't-
third cousin who comes to a reunion every.
Doesn't
fucking
he,
year.
Yes, exactly.
Doesn't he have the GAC award?
I do. Yeah,
Isn't
I
Eddie?
do have the GAC award, and I have a custom pillow too that I sleep on quite regularly.
Nasty.
Yep, my
Yeah.
custom pillow.
When I saw, when I was trying to think of something special I could send you extra, and I was like, wait, that's perfect, right? You know,
Oh man,
you
I
all
love it.
falling asleep on the control panel.
Wait, I don't know if I know this. The custom pillow. I assume this is a.
So
Something-
you know the year that he
Yes.
got the award, right? So he
Oh wait, we should explain
was
it for people who
found-
don't know that though.
he was
Yeah.
found asleep on a, was it Space Duel?
Space Duel, I thought it was. Yeah.
Gravatar.
It was
Gravatar.
Gravatar control panel.
He
Yeah,
was
so he's like
found.
just sitting in a chair, like leaned up against the control
Yeah.
panel, napping away, right? I'm like, oh, that's fucking great. So I found it was like at Walgreens or something. You could do photo pillows, like pictures or whatever you want on it. So I found online a picture of the Gravatar control panel, and I was like, perfect, so then he can like just fall asleep on that instead.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It
And
was
I even
great.
put
Going to need to see this pillow.
Customized it too with the Ace cider, so that
yeah,
was
because that's
drinking.
what you were drinking that night. So like, where you would normally like stack quarters on the control panel or something. I
You
put
put the beer.
bottle caps for
Bottle
Ace cider.
caps. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Explain to everybody what the GAC award is.
Is that a body pillow? Like, is it like 6 feet tall?
No, it's about
Oh.
the size of a control panel, maybe.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should have
it's
done. You
like
should have done a
control
whole
panel
vector
size.
row of
Uh-huh.
body pillow.
That'd be
Yes.
amazing.
I think we
a
need to
full
see
body
this,
pillow. You can do
pillow.
a full body cuddle with that.
I'll
Throw a
go
leg-
get the
throw a leg
pillow
over
at some
it.
point.
All right.
I've used it enough to where I've even washed it. So
Damn.
Oh.
is that a Pliny glass you have there, Gak?
Yes, sir. It is.
I thought I recognized that.
I had a different one, hops in a can, or I can't remember what it's called now. It's their
Beer.
single IPA. Yeah, from Russian River. I'll be cracking open Pliny here shortly once this one's done. So, yeah.
He's walking away. He doesn't want to hear about the GAC award.
Yeah. So what is the GAC award?
No more for me, thanks. I'm driving.
Well,
And how did it start?
I mean, I'm pretty sure anyone here. Oh Jesus, we're not gonna go
Oh,
that
he's
far.
showing his trophy.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
the actual
Oh,
trophy.
there
There
it
we go.
is.
Nice.
Yeah, you really don't need to.
No, I don't think we need to.
GAC award just means you have the most fun that night.
Yeah, you
That's
partied
right.
the hardest that night.
Yes.
It was good. I think I had a little left in me for the rest of the weekend too.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get arrested.
Yeah.
Indeed.
No DUIs or
Yeah.
That
No
was,
Yeah, that's a disqualifier.
Fights.
That's
Yeah,
a
we never
disqualifier.
had to actually. That was just
No
like an
pissing people
unspoken
off.
thing, like common sense.
Yeah.
We didn't have any DUIs last time. So
No.
Not last year. Yeah.
Not last year.
Yeah.
I
No.
don't think it's ever.
No, it's
happened
true. Like,
again.
if
Well, being that everything's
the
walking
definition is that you
distance.
had if the definition is that you had the most fun, there's no way a DUI is actually involved in that.
No,
No.
Automatically
Spend
fail.
the night in the
It's not
pokey.
fun.
It's not
If
fun.
you get a
Good
DUI.
point. Yeah. Well, there's.
Yeah.
It seems like it's the
Disqualified.
dumbest venue for that because everything's walking distance. Like there's no reason.
we literally like had the closest Airbnb house to the place. Too.
he could have walked there.
2
too.
blocks
Oh,
away.
God.
Yeah.
The
Or
parking
reason.
lot. Yeah.
That's closer than the Hilton. That's like, yeah.
Yeah.
That shouldn't
So-
have been an award though.
So anybody who was in LA for the LA hangout a couple months back, Gabriella chimed in the chat saying she's a winner. I'm like, yeah, you probably would have got the GAC award for that first night.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you earned it for both nights.
Yeah, probably even so. Yeah. Back-to-back awards. Yeah.
So it takes a certain kind of person to accomplish that.
Right.
It takes dedication and two really shitty mornings.
Oof.
Yeah, there's not enough drink aids for that.
No.
Hey, it is
You
Cinco de
need an
Mayo,
IV
Jim.
for that.
Jim, it is Cinco de Mayo. Where's the?
I'll let you
sound
bricked
effect?
up. Yeah, nice.
Oh, jeez.
It is
Man,
Cinco
I
de
felt like
Mayo.
I've been playing so many fucking
got a
sounds, and then
six-pack there.
Dave's like, "Well, you stopped for a second. You better play something."
There you
one.
go.
Just thinking about, and actually, I'm drinking a margarita tonight.
Oh, nice.
The Corona and a margarita.
and Coronas.
I went to get tequila on the way home. and the lines at the liquor store were just way too long. I wasn't going to do
Dude,
it.
the liquor stores are killing it. My buddy owns a liquor store, and I went and
When
my
you gotta
wife has been
multiply
getting.
it by 6 foot intervals, it gets super long too. Right?
Yeah.
My liver's killing it.
My friend who owns a liquor store shaking his head. He goes, he can't believe it. I mean, my wife's drinking cases of wine, which never really happened before. But
Yeah, she's made more appearances on the show than ever before.
Right? I wonder if that's
Who
a
knew?
coincidence.
But
It's a bit
but
of a
he's like
coping
he's,
method, yeah.
he's just shaking his head. He's like he also owns a bar, and he's just like, dude, this is insane. It's like just we're killing it. It's so.
But does that
crazy.
really surprise people? Because what else are you supposed to do?
No, yeah, it's an essential service in New York.
Some countries it's deemed not essential, and they're just letting people
Bullshit.
buy food and not alcohol and cigarettes.
Just-
Can you imagine? if
We don't
you tried that
discuss.
here?
We don't discuss
Yeah,
the southern
we
states.
would have a whole bunch of meth addicts because that would be the only way you could get high. It'd just be like, yeah, crackheads on the street just giving out meth.
Georgia's
Yeah,
not
they
part of the U.S. I'm
Crackheads meth. Sorry, that was
I'm certain of it.
quite right.
Sorry to our Georgia listeners.
All
four-
negative
four
two
for
of
you.
Of the two that we're gonna listen tonight.
So now that's two states, Wyoming and
Yeah, I bet we pissed off.
We need
right?
a map that we can start like peeling states off.
states that hate us.
Instead of like the places we visited, it'll be just the places we can never go back to.
Yeah.
I'll be
like
at
it.
Grinkers. I'll get punched in the face.
Yeah.
From Wyoming, fuck face.
You have to prep
Start with a
yourself
full
ahead of
map.
time.
Start
Seriously,
with
yeah.
a full map
Okay,
and then start peeling them off.
Yeah. Can't wait until the first time I go to they have Wyoming and get recognized and someone gives me a dick punch. Just
Yeah. We do have good hamburgers, fucker.
yeah.
I
How
learned
would
this from
die to
John
spend a weekend
Jacobson.
in fucking Rock Springs.
Yeah.
It's not a nightmare place to live.
I learned this from John.
Pretty sure it is.
I
All your
like it
fucking- all your
here.
roofs leak. There were like buckets catching water in the hallways.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Well, I
place.
just like that your vehicle was magically cured as soon as it left. I mean, that's
That's weird.
It was really the swamp of sadness.
it was a swamp.
It was like, oh, we're going home. Fuck it, let's go.
I will
Will
road
not
trip
start
through Wyoming.
every fucking day.
I'm not breaking down.
Right, like a stable nag. Like, when
Next-
you're trudging along enough, soon as it's like, wait, no, we turned around.
Next
around.
time you drive through
Fuck
there, you
yeah,
need
let's
to
go.
make a Manhattan in a Days Inn cup or whatever.
That's right. That melts.
I really need to stop off and give the dude at Rock Springs Auto a fucking fruit basket for Christmas next
Can
year.
you guys just
I mean,
do
that guy
a
was a fucking
notes
champ.
of the story why you hate Wyoming so much? Because they
Well,
It's,
I
there's
know
so
it's
really,
many
it starts
reasons.
with Grinkers.
Yeah.
well, they would you drove from Grinkers or what
Well,
the hell? What
Well,
was it?
no, because so like the easiest trip.
I wish
from-
Crafty was on here.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
Crafty and Sam really to finish the flesh out this story. But
Flesh.
but yeah, no. So
Sense of light on
Because you haven't talked about it in a while. That's why I'm thinking. Like,
we have to drive through Wyoming to get to Utah, to get to Idaho, to get to Grinkers, and so we've done this road trip. Fuck, there and back again. I don't know, 5 years, so
A
10.
Hobbit's tale.
10, let's call it 10 times we've done this trip. And in
10?
Wyoming, there's this
Fucking
thing where
10.
we start off like in Colorado, especially the morning of, like we're heading out that morning. We start crack ass early, 6 in the morning. We're all excited, jacked up on coffee.
Let's go.
let's go. We're fucking heading off to Grinkers. This is like yet again, we're whether it was the first year, like get excited, or was it like the fifth year, just be like, we're doing it again.
Yeah.
But and the stories are all like excited, and we're telling stories about like what happened in years past, and we're talking about music, and we're jamming out to the radio. We've got like fucking cranked out, we're like dancing, having a great time, and then we hit Wyoming, and I swear to God, it's like it's Holiday Road. Yeah. And then we hit Wyoming, and it's like the stories just start getting darker and darker. And then we start into talking about like religion and afterlife and politics. And it's awful. It's just like, so every time through like Wyoming, at some point, like halfway through Wyoming, someone snaps out and goes, what the fuck, guys? Like, we're all friends and we're not arguing about bullshit.
10 hours in a car ride will do that to you.
No, but this is like 3 hours in. Like, we hit Wyoming, the border, and then it starts going downhill from there.
Shut those research.
And the same thing on the way back. So it's like, we're almost home. We should be like crossing that Wyoming Colorado border. Like, we're looking so forward to it, but Wyoming takes so goddamn long to get across that like your hopes are dashed by the time you hit like the midway point. You're like, fuck, we're only halfway there. And we start talking politics and religion, and shit goes downhill. And the stories about like Sam, like a Wyotech, talking about the dude who was like so depressed in Wyoming that he committed suicide by jumping out of his 6-story
I shouldn't be laughing.
dorm. Right? But the wind in Wyoming, which is another part, so it's flat as fuck. Yeah, you're crossing over the mountains, but like it's flat as fuck and depressing. It's like plains. There are parts of it. Jackson Hole, I hear, is very nice. I'm not giving shit to all of Wyoming, but like the part where the I-80 stretch we have to go through, sad. And the winds are ridiculous. Like 50-mile-an-hour winds are commonplace.
Sounds
in this
peaceful
stretch.
to me.
Right?
You're not selling it. You're not selling the hate.
Telling stories about a dude who's so depressed about going to school in Wyoming that he jumped out of his 6-story, 6th-floor window, 6 stories up, right? So 60-ish feet up. And he fell out of the window, flew 60 feet away. So 60 feet down and horizontally, 45-degree angle, right? Onto a bike rack.
Jesus.
Jumping out of a fucking window. Like the wind was so bad. He falls out of his window, falls basically 45 degrees, hits a bike rack, and lives.
Crazy climber, man.
That's a bad day.
Kinds of stories that come out during the Wyoming trips. And then, of course, like the story of like going to get Forgotten Worlds and fucking Star Trek was like, my van, which is never giving me a problem a day of its life. And about 3 hours into Wyoming, it's like, and dies. And would not fucking start. And spent an entire day.
It's like an animal. It senses the first sign of danger. And
it did. Yeah. It was like,
like a possum.
I can't make it. No, it was so sad. It was like, it barely had 2,000 miles on a brand new rebuilt engine. And it was running amazing. Never cost me a lick of problems. And then just basically shut down in Rock Springs, like 3/4 of the way across. And it just was like, no, fuck you. Can't do it. Spent an entire Saturday trying to get to Salt Lake, just get the fuck out of Wyoming at that point. And no.
Stranded on Mother's Day weekend.
On Mother's Day weekend.
Yep.
So Carrie was the hero of the story because she was supposed to meet in Salt Lake. So she drove an extra hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh, I think it was longer
3 hours.
Than that.
I don't know the distances. Yeah.
It was a lot.
And that's each way, right?
A lot.
Yeah,
so she added
she
doubled that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we both had dogs with us. Like I had my puppy Louie, and you had Zadie with you.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
that was. Yeah, I cried on my way back because we got stuck in the fucking rainstorm. Actually, that was in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
And I could tell Zadie had to go to the bathroom, and I was trying to find a place, and we were real close to the dog park, and she just couldn't hold it anymore, and she peed in the car, and it was fucking hailstorm. Jesus, that was like that was the trip from hell. That was just the trip from hell.
Supposed to be fun. Wyoming,
yeah, right. I know. I had been looking forward to it. It's like this would be awesome road trip. Woo!
I don't even blame Utah for that. That's Wyoming's fault. Because you
Yeah,
shouldn't
no,
have
that's
gone through
true.
that storm. The storm should have
Yeah.
never happened to you.
Yeah, no, it's the residue. Yeah, that
Yeah.
trip ended up being just a wee bit longer than it was supposed to be. Yeah,
Just a bit. Yeah.
just a bit.
We were supposed to meet and hang out for like Saturday night or Friday night. It was
Yeah, one of them.
yeah,
I
one
don't
of those
remember.
early nights. And it was like, oh, we're going to drive back on Sunday, and it was it's a long drive. It was like halfway in between.
Yeah,
roughly halfway. The biggest city halfway in between us.
Yeah,
and yeah. So
yeah,
anyway,
not so much.
Wyoming. All the bad stories, really. Wyoming.
It's amazing our
Wyoming's-
friendship remained intact after
Here-
Wyoming, because it's the curse. It's the
It
curse of
is.
that state. But
How
we did
many years
okay.
how many years has that been now?
I know, it's been-
We're still talking to each
Yeah,
other.
because because it was Zadie was brand new
Matching
to me. I'd only
outfits.
had her for like a month.
Yeah, you
And
literally
she's-
got her from Korea, saving her from the Korean
Yep.
barbecue.
Exactly.
Like a month or two before that.
Something. Jim.
Had they already been feeding her the
She
meat
was-
tenderizer?
Yeah, I know, right? It's actually funny that you say that, because the not that feeding meat tenderizer, but when I got her, I would go, I like hiking, and I would take her hiking, and like usually puppies are like super active and all that kind of stuff, and she'd be all enthusiastic at first, but then this dog would like lay down and be like, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, usually they have a lot more energy, and I realized, well, she'd been living tied up. She's probably like veal, like, like once they got her, they were probably like keeping her like veal, like, ooh, once this one kind of plumps up, she'll be nice and tender.
Oh, man.
So I think she was I think she was just had never just hadn't had that much exercise. So, but goodness knows she'd be all sorts of like tough and sinewy now. So nobody would. She's worthless for eating burgers now. But she was such a scrawny little thing too. She's all gross and scrawny. Yeah.
Probably would have made a good
Yeah.
combo meal.
No,
Brick
like
Top, I want to show you a couple things real quick. So there's
Drinking some elder.
Pliny,
Nice.
and
Seven
then
up, 7-Up bottle. If you
So-
sweet your eye.
those that made it to LA, I actually had a couple of these, and I still have a couple more. That's the
Mm.
younger.
Oh, the younger. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's rare there.
Yes,
We-
they were selling these for upwards of $100 a bottle. That's
People
fucking
line up
stupid.
around the block to drink that
Yes.
stuff.
We saw the pictures of him waiting in line.
It was
Why?
like
I know.
I just
yeah,
don't
it was
get
like
it.
3 hours, but some people were waiting, 10, 12 hours.
I'd rather just drink 15 hams.
Yeah,
All
right?
good. I mean,
well,
And
if we're
you
talking
will.
So
Keystone Lights, I did that
nothing's
couple
worth
weeks ago.
10, 12 hours. Yeah, sorry. There's so many other options. Like,
Not even that ride at Disneyland.
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
Can I just point out that Bricktop has a reactor behind him?
Hell yes,
Oh
it does.
yeah, sure
Nice.
enough.
I'm trying to see, and then Tempest
Yep.
and
Yeah, kids,
Major
you kick ass
Havoc.
at-
I see a Black Widow. What is that?
Nice.
Lunar Lander?
I think there's a Lunar Lander and a Red Baron back there.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember
Nice.
when I think when Bricktop was on last time, I was trying to get some tips on some reactor tips. But I don't think you haven't made it past the unprotected phase to go back into the protected.
jeez.
Funny
phase,
that
right?
you say that, Carrie. 'cause
Ooh,
I was
did
just
you?
playing. I was playing the other day, and I did make it to the
Nice.
past the
Oh my-
swirling vortex to level 3, where it's then a solid reactor again, the growing reactor, whatever they
Wow.
call it. And yes, that's way easier. I went through all those levels, and then I made it to level 4, where it's then swirling again
Yeah.
with the invisible walls, and that's real fucking hard.
Oh my God! Oh,
And
you
I
are
didn't-
my arcade hero. That's so cool.
Well, I'm out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. I have nothing to live for now. Yeah.
Yes.
Got his own fucking trading card and everything.
Well, you're the eyes hero.
Right? I'm like, yeah, exactly. You're the eyes hero.
That doesn't count
And the
for shit
Cheyenne
against the
hero.
reactor.
That is so cool. Oh my God.
There's an invisible level.
They go invisible after
Nice.
level 2. Yeah, they the walls disappear. So
What is the
Do
other
they
game?
blink every once in a
No.
while? Or are they always off?
they blink when something hits them. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Okay,
can
at least it
kind
does
of get
that.
an idea
Yeah.
once in a while, but it makes it really hard to use the bonus chambers because you know how it's just that little
Oh,
slot
yeah.
that you get in there, and now you can't see it anymore. So I managed to do it a couple times, but I died a couple times trying it as well. So
I hate to tell you that.
Turn on
but,
the lights and look for the screen burn.
Yeah,
was-
yeah. You know,
Oh,
in between levels,
nice.
it turns real bright, and I could see the screen burn because it's the original monitor and everything. But here's like the next level cheat is to just take like a silver paint pen marker and just draw the outline on the glass itself, and then it's always there.
That's some Billy Mitchell shit right there. Huh?
Right? Yeah.
Pieces of tape on the monitor.
Good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so tape
It's not
could work.
invisible.
Yeah.
It was just flaky ROM sockets. There's no invisible levels. Sorry.
so in the invisible level, are the
your
rods visible, or are the rods
Those
even
you
there?
can see, yeah. So there's
Okay,
just,
so you can see
yeah.
those, but you can't see the walls.
And there's
Wow.
like 6 of them on either side too. They give you like, there's tons that you have to hit it, knock
Ugh.
down to do your thing. So then after level 4 basically just repeats to infinity. It's like they don't give you a break after that. It's always invisible. It's always a swirling vortex. And I think the enemies just get stronger and stronger, beat you around easier. So
Those
What did you move over to fit?
that's just that space that I have, in between Star Wars and
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that was your water heater. That game was pretty good. Why did you cover up?
That was water heaters behind there.
Yeah.
So,
It's always a
I
winner.
I
You get
never
hot
filled
water.
in that space when I did the reconfigure, so I just kind of stuck it there for now. It's a good.
Brandon's got a
Real nice.
Qbert. I see it. The swearing
Yeah.
marquee. It looks like.
Qbert, torn to
Space
shit,
Invaders?
Space Invaders, Robotron.
Robotron. Yeah, I see that.
Give me a break, man. They got fucking Space Invaders in here. That shit's for retards.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Space Invaders again.
You got asteroids?
You have a favorite?
Please just don't
That's
mention
all.
you having asteroids. Skip it if you have it.
That was just a one-time deal playing it. I don't know why that set me off.
It's not a one-time
like,
deal if you
trying-
play it 30 times.
Well, it was
So funny.
one-time deal. Yeah, that's true.
So, Brandon, what's your current favorite game you're playing right now or lately?
I don't know. Probably Joust because it's working.
Robotron not working?
No, it's not.
Phooey on that.
God damn it.
I have a Robotron. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's working still, thank God. Knock on wood.
My Marble Madness isn't working. Some fucker.
Jordan.
He's always got problems.
Oh.
Everything has worked.
How about Brian? What are you playing right now?
I think Tempest is kind of the one that I've been playing lately because that's one that I just got recently. So I've been trying to get better at that.
Oh, cool.
That's in the
It's a
garage. All my games are in the dining room over there. So
You start by skipping
that one's
way
in the
ahead,
garage.
or do you start at the beginning?
Yeah, I start by skipping all the way to the, what is it, level 8 or 9?
And
That's
then
what
start
it's
there?
Really, your dining room? Do you actually eat in there,
Nope.
or is that really your arcade and you're sitting in your dining room?
Nope. All games. It's just all games.
I hear you.
Are you married?
Okay.
I am.
Wow, you've got a real loving wife.
Right.
She married into the hobby. That's what I.
She did convince me to buy a new game the other day. So
Bonus.
Nice.
Oh, you got yourself a keeper.
One of those.
What did you get?
That backfires, by the way.
I got a Burger Time.
Ah.
Yeah.
Burger turd.
Burger Turd. I've been looking for that one for a while.
She asked for like expensive games. Like, I want a Paperboy
And a tapper with the color side art.
Yeah.
and environmental
Yeah.
Discitron.
Yeah.
It's almost all.
Because it makes me wet.
Because
Yeah.
I
Right.
like
Yeah.
it.
That's it, yeah.
Makes me wet.
Shut up now.
When do you ever hear that?
Man.
Yeah.
Never, because I'll never let go of the story. The fact that I bought this Circus Charlie for Wendy and she's never fucking played it.
Well, I joined the club with
I've had it for
Monster
2
Bash.
years and she's never played it.
I
gotta
bought
change-
Monster Bash for the same similar reason, and she played it once.
I bought Wonka for Carrie and she's never played it.
Once we're out of quarantine.
What a
maybe.
bitch!
Oh,
Oh wait, this Carrie. Oh, never mind.
shit. No, her name is Kariz. It's not
Yeah.
Carrie.
Yeah.
Kariz.
Yeah, everybody has such funny names on that forum. Like I've never met an Andrew before. I never.
Yeah.
Met
Nice.
Me either.
Nice.
Mm. Hey, did you guys happen to watch Hector play Star Wars on 4th of July? You know how May the 4th
Oh,
be with
May the
you.
4th.
Oh,
And he broke his
you almost said
controller.
4th of July, didn't you?
Oh,
No. Oh my
shit.
God,
I
that's
know.
funny.
In Return of the Jedi, or was he
did.
playing?
He was playing. He owns a Return of the
Return of
Jedi,
the Jedi, yeah.
and he's really good at it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's playing it, and all of a sudden doesn't move forward anymore. He's all, "What the fuck? Oh,
Oh no!
Shit.
it's a $500 controller!" Ah.
Yeah.
About the
Oh,
shit about the Allen One yoke.
Yeah.
man.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what he's gonna have to get one of
He's
those.
trying to put the one up in his control panel. That shit won't hold up, man.
Jesus Christ.
His YouTube videos of playing that game is
Plastic
amazing.
arcade
though.
yoke.
Yes.
You can see him. You know, the hardest part of that game is like flying through the forest. You know, with the Ewoks and stuff.
Right.
He is
Yeah,
so
the
good at that.
trunks and the trees.
He goes through all the trunks and the trees, and he knows how to hit the people on the sides. It's like it's so like perfect when he.
Yeah.
God, I just keep hitting trees.
You talking about Return of the Jedi?
Yeah. Hector,
Yeah, that game sucks.
It does. I don't like it.
It does, but he's really good at it.
He's really good at that hard, sucky game.
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go get something more to drink. I'm out.
I'll see if I can find his
everything.
post on YouTube, because that was pretty funny when he was playing that.
You know, when I was gone, I went out and had a cigarette in my backyard, and I'm looking, and there's a flashlight in the middle of my lawn. You know, those blue Harbor Freight lights you get for free.
Yeah, the magnet ones.
Yeah, I have a million of them, and my
Yeah,
son's
man.
been like into potato bugs, and they must have been playing with it, and it's like, on. In
It's
the
like
middle of
hunting
the
potato
lawn.
bugs in the backyard.
Yes, I'm
Was there a hand attached to it?
Well, I'm not about to, I had no shoes on. I'm not about to go out to the. I'm like, what the fuck? There's a flashlight on? What the hell is that? And I'm like, oh, Carter had the flashlights, and they're just whatever they're doing. But it's sitting bright in the middle of the lawn. It's like facing the grass. And I think there was a creature like by it, and I got kind of
Elliot.
It's almost midnight where you're at, too. Right?
Yeah, it is.
Trail of fucking Reese's Pieces out your door.
That's right. Then he threw a tennis ball.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I just posted Hector's thing where he Rex's. You can see how good he's playing, because you can see how good he is at controlling it, and all of a sudden it just busts on him.
Very curious what part breaks.
It doesn't move forward anymore. But
Oh,
look
so
how
he breaks. He probably
he
breaks
does-
the 14 tooth pod. Or the
Yeah,
the-
he's really rough with it though. That's what's funny.
Be with
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Jesus.
Jedi. When I played that game when I was younger, I never got past that forest level, and I always thought that was it. I was like, yeah,
This game's
great game. Yeah, it's still.
But you
sucks.
walk up to it like, it's a Star Wars joke. This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
It's
gonna
like,
be
oh,
fun.
we're playing here.
I get to play this speeder bikes.
Like Spy Hunter in the forest.
Yeah.
And weren't we speaking of games with bad controls? Plus, this is like an isometric plus. You're staring straight at it with a yoke.
Right,
It's fucked up. God.
It's Zaxxon meets Star Wars.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
know what? It still sucks.
I
You can't make a good game.
thought that was funny though.
I was kind of surprised they didn't go all out with the cabinet. I always thought like Stun Runner, that machine should have been
An
in Return
all-out
of the
cabinet,
Jedi.
for sure.
Oh, totally. That could have totally
Because
been
you
like
sit down on it like a
a
land
speeder
speeder
bike
or whatever. Yeah.
Wouldn't have worked for like the Millennium Falcon levels, but
Right. Yeah.
but
Just keep-
whatever.
Keep
Got
it all
running.
like on the forest of Endor, and just have trees instead of
Maybe
blocks
not
and
going
shit.
at an isometric angle.
Yeah.
Well, it should have been a vector game, really.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna
right
say.
down to it.
What do you think the change from vector to raster?
That's
kind
the
of
problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little weird.
But at that
Yeah.
point, like vectors were basically dead.
And
I enjoyed it when
it's
I
not
was a
even
kid.
good.
I remember
It's not even
playing
good
it.
raster though. Like when the Death Star explodes, it looks like garbage.
Yeah.
That's because you didn't buy the special edition. That's
Yeah.
with the rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That explosion had rings on it. It was much
Had a
better.
big force ring.
Yeah. Because rings were the hot thing that year. Sorry. What were you saying?
Or they used them in Star Trek too with the
I was-
Phantom Planet explosion.
making a bad joke about
Put a force ring.
the Robotron tie-dye ROMs. It's the TIE Fighter Rainbow ROMs. Yeah.
There you go.
Has anyone played Astron Belt? since you've been going to all these things? Because that was a game, a laser.
That's a
game I
laser
liked.
disc game, right?
I have it on
Yeah,
my
did
main
they have it at
cabinet.
CAX? Anybody play it? Like I haven't played that since I was a kid, or even.
That's
seen
the
it.
Bally Midway one, right? Where
Yep.
it's like a game over a laser background, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I
like
remember
Mach, it's kind of
liking
like
it as a
Mach
kid.
3, kind of.
It's
I've played
beatable
it.
too.
I think you can play it in Daphne too. I think it works.
Yeah, I have it on my main cabinet on Daphne.
Oh, I love your main.
On your
cabinet.
what?
I know, right?
Oh, his main.
Quiet, you!
Oh, his main cabinet, the control.
Oh, Mock,
panel
you'll never
is
be
the
a guest on the
best.
Coin Rejects.
That's all right.
You just got banned.
Oh, he
I don't-
is the
I don't
ultimate.
qualify.
He is the ultimate crazy MAME control.
Yeah, but
panel.
he's got a totally
Fake
custom
bullshit.
cabinet. He didn't like.
I didn't gut
name
anything.
something.
regular
I built
cabinet.
it. I
no,
built
but
it.
just you have all the controls and the buttons.
Yeah,
and,
I went a little crazy. That was early in the
I miss those
hobby. and-
jokes about like, oh, you need 2 steering wheels on
Oh,
the
Gak
side.
still
in
makes
front
those
room.
jokes. What are you talking about?
I know we haven't teased you about your main machine.
Steering wheel. I'm not in the arcade room right now. It's too hard
Yeah.
to get to because my daughter's taking over the office. It enters that room, so I haven't played games in weeks. I'm like so
Oh.
Jonesing.
Really? Oh, you don't
I'm
even go
jonesing
into
to
like,
play
like the,
stuff.
the side door and like play a game. or two here and
Yeah,
there?
I guess I could.
Perfect
It's just-
excuse to put games in other rooms of your house.
Oh, you should start moving. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
there
rooms
you
into
go.
your daughter's.
It's all
bedroom
full
right
of shit because I had to pull a lot of
Yeah.
stuff out of the office
Yeah, up
and put
the
it in
stairs.
that
yeah,
room.
to make it fit. Yeah.
So it's just fucked
You get
up.
someone to help you bring your cocktail table up in that room you're in.
Coin Reject guys that don't know, my daughter broke her leg really
no.
bad trying to learn how to roller skate.
Oh shit!
And so
Back in the 70s.
her bedroom's upstairs, so now she can't go upstairs, can't put any weight on her legs. So I had to clear out my office and put her bed in there and stuff. So she's been staying in there, and that's my access to the extra to the barcade room that I have. And so I'm missing my games big time.
Ah, well, here's
Do you have
your
one of
speedy
those-
recovery.
And she's really enjoying them.
There you go.
Yeah. I have 3
Stop,
pins.
you can hear the
and
sounds. Yeah.
a main machine that has like everything on it, and I have a cocktail. Oh, that's something I want to talk about. Crafty Mac's bit
Crafty
kit.
mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, so I sent out
Page.
Mac.
Yeah.
I sent out invites to like all my arcade friends. Almost all of them joined. So thank you out there. Here's that. So
I
if
didn't
you
get
want
one.
to, I thought you were already part of it. No. Okay. Anyway, I'll send it to you if you want to be.
I see
part
where I
of that.
stand. No, it's fine.
Yeah. I thought you already were part of that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Because you're
Any-
on Facebook so very, very much.
yeah, you're on
Yeah.
there all,
Yeah.
every
Right,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm always plowing Facebook pretty hard.
So it's a
You- you
Facebook
get-
basically my
group.
second
brother-
girlfriend.
Your
yeah.
brother posts funny shit though.
He does
He-
post a
he's
lot
a
of
good-
funny shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good person to be friends with.
So
Yeah.
people have been posting gameplay videos and stuff, and somebody was playing. I think Gak might have was in there. I think.
Yeah.
And they were playing. I forget who it was, but they were playing the new Scramble remix,
Yeah.
which is really cool. Have you guys seen that running? It is so awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I
Aaron,
think Scrabble's as fun as
Scrabble.
Yeah.
That's
it's funner than Scramble.
I
the
got
arcade
10
game,
points. I
sorry.
use the Z.
but you know, like Scramble isn't hard enough as it is. He made the remix. It's like, God damn it, that thing's freaking hard.
It's doable though. It's
He's
doable.
like, if you can get to the end, there's something special that happens. And
Yeah.
I think the guy who did it kind of let that out. I think
Yeah.
it reverses direction,
Yep,
right?
it flips, it mirrors, so it goes this way now, and everything's
So-
backwards. The words, the text, the
Oh, is it?
score. It's a
Okay.
mirrored, yeah, and you're going this way. Same, you're starting the level on the next, the next
Kind of like
wave.
the upside down world, but backwards world.
It's just flipped. It's flipped.
Yeah.
like-
Put it in a mirror
Bizarre
cabinet,
world.
and then you got to get to the end, and then when it's when you get to that place, then it all reads correctly.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it probably does. It probably changed it, but
That'd
you know,
be mind-blowing.
the screen flashes once in a while in certain areas to fuck with you, like the when those asteroids are coming out. The screen will flash once in a while, and it's got different walls, and it's all like a different layout. Just to change it up, it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I gotta get that on my
definitely.
bit kit big time.
But you get in like 3 levels or something, and all the towers and mountains disappear. So it's like you don't know where the hell you are, but the hint there is keep shooting forward. It'll kind of let you know when it's hitting something. but you don't know when that ends to get up high enough to move around out of
Yeah,
Oh shit.
That's only
Sounds like-
that's later on when you're going through the base levels where you got to do the
it's only
diagonals.
like 3 or 4 levels in, I think.
Yeah, it's
not that
where you got
far
to
in.
do the diagonals, and it's not always off. It'll be off for a little bit, and then it'll flash for a second.
Yeah.
But it's off, and the bullets will hit the wall, so you can see that's coming up.
Yeah.
But that's another challenge. Yeah, you're right, Gak. I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, the black, and all you
then
see
the
is your
other-
spaceship.
There's another section that
Your
kind of
bullets.
remind me of like a higher level on Zookeeper. The screen just totally flashing on you.
That's
like
what I
you
was
want to go in
talking about too, yeah.
convulsions, like Jesus Christ. You know,
Yeah,
like,
that's through the asteroids. It'll flash.
Ah.
Yeah, it changes from black
Don't
to
do
blue
acid
sometimes.
before playing that game, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. So go look on Facebook groups and look up is it Crafty?
You already lost
Just
me.
Big Kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
When you started
Yeah.
talking about a game where you have to shoot just to see where you're at, that's fucked up.
Yeah, but it's not through the whole thing. It's only in this.
Yeah.
in
No,
one of
that's a
the
good
one of the sectors.
That's a good topic though. What's the first game to like have the invisible borders or invisible enemies, you know? Because you got Gravatar.
Gravatar is the first thing I thought of. Yeah.
Pac-Man
Reactor.
Plus, Reactor.
Zookeeper does it up on higher level too.
Zookeeper, yeah.
Yeah, with the bonus levels for sure. Yeah.
Robotron,
Scrambler
the outer
Plus,
border
whatever it
goes
is.
out
Yep.
in level 10, I think it is.
Does it? What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Does
the
it
outer
really?
border turns black. Yeah.
Goes away.
Tempest, maybe Tempest.
Poo Keeper, huh?
Yeah.
Keeper.
Yeah.
Is it poop?
So you can squeeze that soundbite in.
Yep.
Not
No,
the
it's an
shit.
EIRC. Poo Keeper.
So I think Tempest would probably be the first one, if I'm not right. It's 1980. They had invisible levels.
What game, Jordan?
Tempest,
Yeah.
1980.
I think I've seen John Coupe get on that level. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell?
I haven't got to
Doesn't
that level
Buffett
yet.
have a ROM hack for Frogger where it's an invisible Frogger? I'm pretty sure Buffett's talked about that.
Yeah, Buffett did talk about
Yeah.
that. They did
Yeah.
something at
Yeah. Can't you just
at
pull out a
Magfest or whatever.
Megfest.
just pull out a fucking ROM. I mean, that stuff like that's just
I
kind of.
want to see the invisible.
Yeah,
Close your
Dave.
eyes.
That's what's up with your Marble Madness. It's just a ROM that was pulled out, invisible Marble Madness.
It's invisible.
Yeah. Is it
Let's
playing blind?
let's
What's
do a
going on
live
with it?
diagnosis right now. What is it doing?
I'm gonna have to get a drink if you're doing that.
It's a weird one, Brandon. The screen is stretched now. Is it?
No,
still
it's
doing
not.
that?
No, I'm not getting anything.
Oh, nothing. You must have tried to work on it now, huh?
No, it did it by itself. But I did take both boards out. I didn't reseat any chips. I pushed them down because that's what helped the first time.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
just
like, all
voided
right.
the warranty. Sorry.
I was very excited about like, all right, at least it's doing nothing because that's what it did before. I like that because we fixed it before. And then I took everything out, and then man, there's a lot of jumper wires on that main board, but I think they're all like that. Like I looked at another one like for sale. It was the same thing. There's all these jumpers all over the place.
You talking about the plastic jumpers?
I'm talking to the on the main board, the
Up at
fix.
the top there.
Yeah, I mean there was like wires, on chips going all over the place. That was
Jordan, what the fuck did you do to that game?
Well, it was
That's
working.
not
Thing was
normal.
rock solid. You never saw it broke here.
That's true. And
No,
every time I
and
went
it
to
was,
Jordan's
and,
house-
and then it's been working. But once again, don't move your games.
Test
I
mode.
moved them.
Yeah.
I moved it over, and then it worked for like a couple days, and then all of a sudden, it was rock solid.
We're all out to get him, Jordan. He got a broken board for me too as part of a trade. Right?
That's
You
working.
just
Glad
got-
I'm not the only one.
What does it do in test mode?
So
does
you
it do
get
anything?
I didn't put it in
nothing.
test mode
Right.
at all.
Yeah.
I,
Although
probably-
the
I just
game
took everything
sent
out
him
and pushed it down.
board
and
like a
then-
rock star. He just didn't want it anymore because he got bored with it.
Yep. There you go.
No, there was a little glitch, but then that fixed on its own. I can't remember what it was. The Tron, but the guy that got it was so pumped, and he went all out. So some guy from Toronto, he was cool. He was pumped to have it, and I was like, dude, I just don't have unlimited space. And so it went to a good home care.
I
Went
know.
to a good home.
I
Sent
just
somebody-
like teasing you about it.
I know. I felt bad. I'm like, I don't think I want this Tron.
You still have that Targ, Dave?
Yeah, it's in my garage. The price is now $300.
Fucking hey,
Who is
man.
not buying that? That's crazy.
Nobody's buying it.
Well,
I'm like,
it's
great game.
quarantine. Wait till
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah,
is that the
yeah.
upright? Is that the upright?
It's the upright. And you know what? And anyone who's interested in a
It's a
nice card,
cockpit.
somebody's got a freaking bezel on eBay that they lowered. There was one person at a bezel, now there's two. And it's like $60.
It's because
So
no one
the only thing
fucking
it's
has
missing
it.
is the bezel.
Yeah.
You get a bezel. Like I almost want to buy it to put it with the game because who's got a Targ without a bezel? I do. Who else in the United States? Nobody.
Wow.
Wants
I have a
Targ.
crash
You know-
bezel. If anybody ever gets a crash without a bezel, I'm your man.
Well, I had Galloping Ghosts. He was interested, and then just nothing.
Trotted away.
Yeah, well, he hit me up again. I was like, first, I just want to trade it. I don't want to sell it. I'll take whatever.
So you told him you wanted his Beavis and Butthead and trade for it? So
Well, I don't know. I kind of take a lot
it's
of
like a
stuff.
super rare prototype game.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, you don't
prototype.
want Beavis and Butthead. That's not a good game.
Why do I not use?
I don't care if it's a prototype or
Yeah.
not.
Just a
Somebody
fucking-
did want to trade
it's
for a
not fun to play.
shootout, which I do like. It's kind of like next to Marble Madness, sort of Grinkers. Remember shootout? It's a joystick, guy in a white suit. It's like a shooter. You go behind it. I like that
yeah.
game,
Yeah, that's pretty
but I wasn't willing to.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
Data
wasn't
East,
willing to
isn't it?
ship. Like if he was local, yeah, totally. But I'm not gonna. I'll pay for shipping on a game I really like. You know, like if it was something I really wanted, I'll pay the $400 or $500 to get it here for the.
Like a
Targ.
broken Marble Madness.
Yes. No, that Marble Madness will be fixed. The monitor is beautiful when it's working. It is. It's a great game. I love it. It'll live again.
That's way nicer than the one I have. Fuck. I got a piece of shit one. You want to trade? You paid the shipping.
Yeah,
I'll
it
pay you
is.
this one.
Yeah.
Maybe if you ship it across the country again, it'll start working.
Just misses this Northwest air, I guess.
I mean, I just want it to work. We'll see. It'll work again. I know it will.
So speaking of shipping games, Brian and I both got our games shipped. He got his Burger Time, and I got that reactor from Scott Bardelli.
Scott.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look, it's behind him. Look how nice that is.
Nice.
I was like, Brian, or not Brian. I go, Scott, what do you reactor? That's your jam, man. Because I don't know. It needs so much work, and I'm like, well, whatever. I mean, but he likes you guys, and you're bros.
Took Break
so-
Top like 10 minutes to fix it.
He's a good.
No,
guy.
it was working. It just wasn't aesthetically beautiful.
It was working
right?
fine. It just needed fucking stickers. I mean,
Yeah,
give me a
he said
break.
it
It's like
was
the
like
easiest restore ever. You know, plastic fucking orange shit, some plastic black shit, and then all the art. That's it. It's done.
Wow.
Yeah,
I just learned more
Second-
information just then in that one sentence than the last podcast.
Please,
You
everyone,
talked about
listen to
that
the-
fucking. You talked about that orange laminate for like 20 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, you're talking about laminate."
You're not allowed to learn anything. No one learns anything from this podcast.
Well, from
We're
theirs, you got
kinda
to
like
listen to
we're
the
kinda
Coin
like the
Rejects podcast. The
Yeah,
ladies.
we're not teaching shit. Listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, exactly. This is
Jordan was
Try that
super,
sticker
super
thing
hammered.
too, but it just never recaps my monitor for me. So it just doesn't work, man. That shit.
They try to teach you. I try to make you dumber. So it all evens out.
Jordan, because it was funny because during your pod, I'm listening to it today. You just put it out yesterday, or whatever, and I'm like,
I'm
what is he
sorry.
talking
I'm never gonna listen to that one.
No, but you were
You
talking
should.
kind of
All
slow.
right, now I gotta listen. I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh, it's
man,
the
it's
it's the
good.
greatest because in the middle of it, I'm like, I think he's drunk because they're doing like a Skype because they're not together, and then well, I'm not ruining anything, whatever, but he's talking really slow.
spoiler.
I go, dude,
Yes,
he's
you
hammered.
are.
He's
he's
hammered, and then there's then they kind of reveal at the end the bonus ending. Kind of revealed that yes, he was inebriated. I thought
The
in the middle.
bonus ending.
We gotta try to keep that a secret.
It was great. It was so good.
It's our
It
secret
made me
weapon.
laugh.
Brian's the master editor. He's the one who puts it all together.
Oh no, it was
Yep.
maybe
You
there was
guys edit your
editing.
stuff.
Editing?
Yeah.
What the
shit.
fuck's that? Yeah.
Totally.
Let's edit it.
We've
So-
never edited. Wait.
That's why we don't broadcast ourselves as a show
Yeah.
because we don't want to edit anything.
We only edited long time ago for some offensive material that
Every once in a while, it would be like,
It was
oh,
really
I
bad.
remember that show, the tail end of it, where me and Andrew let loose about someone.
oh God, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That
That
was
was
one
bad
of them.
episodes where it was like, oh God, Brad, please, dear God, pull that down. Edit
that
a little bit.
where I made a
I
comment
forgot about
some,
that. I enjoyed that.
some Arab
therapy.
thing that I didn't mean it to come out the way I did, and then
Oh.
Brad cut cut that out too.
I only
I'll
sent
sell,
one
I'll sell the
email of,
unedited episodes. I'll sell
There you
them.
go.
Like anybody cares.
All of our live streamers
I know.
I know.
appreciate
Yeah.
our candor.
Yeah.
We're wrong.
Or they stop watching.
Unfiltered
too.
show.
Yeah, yeah. We actually had one in Wyoming, and he fucked off.
Yeah.
And apparently
That
we're losing
stayed off
Georgia
the map.
next. What's the
That,
next
that
one
was
we're
the
losing?
last listener in Wyoming. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
No, there was one.
Then you jumped out.
Here
the
you
window.
are.
There was one, and that's what kind of triggered the intro, right? Where it was.
That was a Facebook. That was no. That was the
Yeah,
that was a
somebody-
Wyo Facebook post. Yeah.
So what? Oh, it was Wyo. So Wyo came
Yeah.
on with this one night, and he like
One of
posted
his
the link on
followers.
his Facebook. So it was like
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
that knew him but didn't know who we
Yep.
were.
It was a
watched it
Brian
'cause of him.
something. Yeah.
And
I remember.
he's like, it was fun listening to you, but I just can't handle it. Those guys are like burping and farting and vaping and eating and just like
Yeah.
all this noise. And I can't handle those guys, like, yes.
Yeah, they said how classy he was and how trashy we were because we were, exactly. Like, all
You got to put up the disclaimer, Jim. That's why we
vaping.
created the
Put on
disclaimer.
this because they probably haven't
Yeah.
seen it to these guys, and it's funny seeing it on the screen.
That's why we created the Jim
Yeah.
created the
We have,
disclaimer
we have a handful of different
Jim and
disclaimers.
Carrie.
because of that. 'Cause
Yeah, and
that's-
I'm on
and I have to
proper
say,
accreditation
when I
now.
saw that, I kind of felt
Yeah, you
badly,
did.
but on the other hand, I was kind of pissed off. Like, well, yeah, this is not a show. We just hang out with each other, and that's what you do with friends. You drink and you're just yourself. And
You might
me-
eat dinner or
You
vape
vape,
or
you
yeah,
eat your
exactly. Like this. Like
salad.
I'm in. I'm, I'm
You forget
yeah.
to
I'm,
turn the mic
on the
off
West-
when you're
yeah.
taking a leak.
Oh yeah.
hopefully, yeah.
Griffin
Yeah.
used to do that.
Yeah, like on the West Coast, like I'm sorry, but I tend to eat a late dinner. This is dinner time. Like, why would I not eat my dinner with friends?
I remember I was,
How
I was
did
reading.
Griffin do that? Was he bringing his phone into the bathroom and he take?
No,
his
he
No,
had,
he had the wireless
wireless
headphones.
mic.
With the-
Yeah, the
Oh.
wireless headphones.
What were you saying, Brandon?
I was just remembering one of our first reviews from our podcast, and it was like, I can't even listen to this in the car with my daughter, and I'm like, I was just thinking, then don't. I mean,
But the only one you can
Not-
listen
Or
to
fuck
is,
your daughter.
is,
Yeah.
is,
They are. So
Yep, Mock, if you're.
is Broken Token. That's the
We don't
only one you can listen
actually
to.
have
'cause I've
any
done it. I got
broken-
little
Yeah.
kids.
filters here.
The one that's
Yes.
completely.
G-rated, yeah. I put the
Yeah.
coin rejects on her. I think my daughter's like, I don't put us on,
Oh,
but you're just
no.
like, Daddy, they're swearing. I'm like, all right, Jesus, come
What are
on.
you-
I say it all day.
Right.
Making me listen to you,
Hey,
Dad.
kids.
You fucking
When you-
little shit. Yeah.
Fuck dad, they're swearing on the show.
Yeah.
Trying to be that. We've never
What kind of
monetized
father
the
are you?
channel. We've never tried to get an audience. Like you subscribers, obviously, we appreciate the people who've subscribed, and I don't know why, but
we don't get anything out of it. So it's like.
but we don't get anything
okay.
out of it. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not trying to make money. This
All
is-
right.
no one gets.
So you're
paid shit.
subscribed. Now you know
Yeah.
when we go live.
We
Even
go
though
live.
we say every
Yeah,
exact
we
same
don't
thing
invite
every-
people onto the show.
But it's
We
Right?
really
Usually
don't.
it's like-
They-
no,
they-
we really don't. Like usually it's like, oh, hey, somebody wants to be here.
Except
Like,
Dave.
cool.
Hey, we've got
Yeah.
I invite everybody. We have
Dave
Richie
invite.
Knuckles. I got the
I
coin
appreciate it.
rejects.
we have
Oh, look,
25 viewers.
we
right
appreciate it too. Like we love having new people to talk to.
Carrie was getting at that we get people asking to come on. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
because
yeah,
we,
we don't-
are so unstructured.
Yeah, we don't go out and seek guests. Like, okay, what are we gonna do for this next week? Like, we don't plan this shit. It's just,
But we
like
do warn
people
them
be,
to come on
yeah, it's like,
early.
well, yeah, we'll be talking to people
Yeah,
and
the
be like,
earlier
oh,
the
you want
better.
to, yeah.
'cause
now. We have
Look at ugly
506
The
subscribers.
filters, yeah. our cordial behavior ends after, about now, actually.
Yeah, I was saying,
Close.
Brian, Brandon, Bricktop, you guys have made it into hour 2. So
Wow.
Congrats.
And
Like I've
Jordan's
never
been
been on
here a
it
couple
before.
times.
It's a lot
At
easier
this point-
to transition into it rather than jumping in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
you don't want to join right about now.
No.
All right, Jim, play the disclaimer.
Play
All
the
right.
disclaimer.
I got to
right.
share my.
Hey, wait, I
Jordan's
only
doing
agreed to
shots,
join if
though.
you were social
I think he's done 2
distancing
or
from the
3.
soundboard. So
Right.
I wish you would sometimes.
what is this?
This is the disclaimer.
Warning, this broadcast may include images or audio some viewers will find upsetting or disturbing. Despite its name, it is a crapshoot whether the arcade hangout will involve any actual arcade-related content. The broadcast will inevitably contain explicit language, adult themes, and depending on the drunkenness level, stories of childhood more appropriately shared in a therapeutic setting. Viewers and listeners of the arcade hangout will be exposed to the images and sounds of eating, drinking, vaping, and burping. The hosts are unapologetic for such behavior and encourage viewers to eat, drink, vape, and burp along with them. As evidenced by the number of subscribers to the channel, instances of repeated exposure to the arcade hangout are rare, but can result in wanting to use the phrases, "Why can't you grow an ass?" and "tan" at inappropriate times. The arcade hangout will not be held liable for viewers experiencing a poop-related boner. If any poop-related boners last more than 4 hours, we actually do not want to know about it. Even we have standards, albeit exceptionally low ones. On behalf of all of the hosts, viewer discretion is advised.
So
I thought about that one. That's a
I
good
love
one.
how we nailed the disclaimer.
That's
2 hours.
That's one of 4.
Yeah.
If you've
1
made it
hour
this
into this.
far,
If you've
Yeah.
made it this far.
Yeah.
and you're still watching, that's
Hey, as long as we put it somewhere, we're covered, right?
Yeah,
Right?
we're covered.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's-
basically,
yeah. There you go. You're
legally,
thinking like a
we could
lawyer.
just tack it on the end.
That was because somebody put it on Facebook, and then a bunch of Facebook people knew.
We've got 4 different versions of it that,
Yeah.
that me and Carrie have recorded, and there's potential for plenty of more, I'm sure. but-
Yeah, I know. Well, sometime when I get to go back to Minnesota, I'll have to.
Yeah,
We'll have
we
to
used
record another one.
we used to play these a lot more avidly at the beginning when they were fresh.
Yeah, it was fun when we were coming up with new content, but yeah, it's been a little while. It'll be time.
Guys, what
I
year?
remember.
What year did we start this? In what month? Somebody knows. I have no idea.
20.
Why are you asking us so
14
many
or
questions?
2015?
One question.
Was 2015
too many.
the first
There's
week
gonna be
of
math
July?
on the
Oh,
show.
right.
Retrospective.
I think
on
Steve
YouTube
right now.
or
That's the
what?
argument. So it's 2015,
That's YouTube.
but we started doing off-air shows. This shit just not recorded in 2014.
That was it was
Yes.
2014, like
Yeah.
mid-December. I think it was
I was on like the
Tuesday
second or third
after
one, but
Christmas,
that's what it was.
2014.
It was
I
just to
clicked on
hang
it.
out.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
that's how
It
this
was
whole
14?
started. Yeah.
Yeah.
14. Yeah, so end of 14.
That sounds right.
And that's
5.5
shit.
years.
Everyone here, I mean, except Carrie. Carrie came on not too long after that, but everyone who's actually here was all part of that.
Oh
It
wait,
was a very
no,
slow
because I did
process.
this after.
It was.
No webcams. Then
Nope. Yep.
I did this
I
after.
might have done the
15.
chat a couple times, but then I didn't really come on for a
Well,
while.
we had webcams. I just didn't know my cell phone turned on the webcam, and
Yeah, we saw your jerk off.
Yeah.
yeah, you saw my Kleenex box. and my lube.
We saw your Kleenex and Jergens.
Jergens. Yeah.
It was half fun.
When did you guys switch to the Zoom?
Oh well, arcade.
As soon as
Hangouts
Google
thing.
Hangouts stopped doing live on air.
Yeah.
And our whole
Oh,
name
okay.
is about Google
All right.
Google Hangouts. That's where the name
Yeah,
came
'cause
from.
it's a Hangout,
Arcade
right?
Hangouts, yeah.
Yeah, we were
So,
just trying to figure out what to use actually because we have this whole remote shit.
Well,
I
so
have to talk
I
to you
think
about
we're all
this,
pretty
Andrew,
fucking
as
happy
well.
with Zoom. I think
I'm
Zoom
very
was
happy.
good.
Pretty good.
it's been
And
it's been
the
great. It
quality's way
streams-
better than Google Hangouts, and
But
there's
we
more
have
options.
The
by the way, we have the
latency is
paid version.
half.
of-
We do pay for the Zoom.
Yeah, and Andrew, I
We all
just paid
alternate
for my
paying.
own version. I did not realize who's paying for this. I want to contribute money. I did not know this was $15 a month. I
Yeah,
thought it
well,
was a year,
we'll-
and
we'll
you guys
talk-
never brought it up.
Yeah, because we're
Well,
not making a big
you're
deal
not
out of it.
in
Like,
Slack
this is
very
not the right
often.
time to talk
Yes.
about it. But
Well, sorry. I
Yes.
feel
we were
Well,
actually
everyone-
trying to
that's
talk
how much
about it
Zoom
before
is.
the show started this
Sorry,
year.
sorry,
This,
yeah,
this
yeah.
show, but yeah, it didn't happen. We'll catch up with that. But
Yeah,
it's
well,
paid
we can
for.
talk
If
about
you
that.
want to
I'll
donate,
forget about it.
thank you.
No,
But-
no sweat. Yeah.
Different conversation.
So there
for
is a
different
free
night.
version of Zoom, but it can be problematic, I think.
It can be.
Me and Leo, that's why I did it. It
supports-
cut off at 40 minutes.
Yep.
We were playing a game online or whatever, and talking in Zoom, and then it cut off. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll just buy it. And then that's why I did it for the month at least. And
That
we'll see what's
Frogger you
in
got there? Are you still selling that?
No.
Oh, Jesus
Oh, okay.
Christ.
Why? Oh, why was that
Hey,
up? That was
was
up
a
there.
segue.
You're swooping in there.
You were selling that, were you? Okay.
Fix
I was
that
thinking,
fucking.
if you ship 2 games is the magic number. So I'm thinking Parg and Frogger. That's a good little score there.
So
Load them on a truck.
Fix that
So-
fucking
sorry,
bezel.
so
You're giving me OCD.
Coin Rejects, you guys don't do a lot of video stuff, right?
No,
Or-
I don't want to do any videos.
No video,
These
right.
assholes want to record
Hey,
the
I got
fucking
I
game.
got a video of Jordan the last episode if you want to see it.
I desperately want to see
Joking,
that.
joking.
No, play it. Let's come on.
No,
You
we're
guys
not.
seen
gonna do
me.
it.
You know what I look
No.
like.
We're not even playing. I mean, we've got 3 people who watch the show.
There's
We
no
got a
person
video
on
of
this
that
screen I've never
performance. I would
seen
love to
before in
see
my
it.
life.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
We have all met you
No,
in
I'm
person.
not.
We know.
Yeah, you guys all know me in
Exactly.
real life.
Dude, you
Yeah.
gave him a fucking pillow when he was passed out. I mean,
Always hurt the ones you love.
Friendship right there.
So I'm just curious because, like, oftentimes when we get new people, I know. So, Bricktop, you've been on before, but Brandon, could we do a walkthrough? Can we see games?
No.
No. That's
oh
fine.
yeah, yeah, okay.
Oh, Jordan, I would love to see.
How many
Brett
arcade
and
1-ups do you
Jordan.
have?
That's the question.
I'm excited.
Joust.
Ouch.
Ciao.
How many main machines do you have?
Yeah.
Got a driver main, got a trackball main.
A bunch of ham,
Nice.
Steering wheel main.
But
hams
seriously,
cans.
like some of our viewers might not know who you guys are, so I'm just curious. Like, can we see like what your collections look like? I mean, we've had
Yeah.
Pac-Man Dan who walked us through
Let me
a
find you something.
Is this like fucking
I'd have to take the laptop on the
arcade hangout cribs or
on the
some
road.
shit?
Oh, look at LeBron.
Oh, I like the way that changed.
cribs for
Nice.
sure. I mean,
Yeah.
you're fucking looking at like what
Well, I only
most
turn the
of us-
games on that are behind me.
All right.
Is that what you guys do?
You turn
No,
them
I
all
leave
on if
mine
you do a
off,
walkthrough?
but yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
you'll
there's
give
like
everybody
40
a
games
boner
down
if
here.
you
I
go
turn
through.
these 4 on.
Too
Turn
late,
them all
Dave.
on.
I mean,
Yeah, I
I
already
don't
got
know.
a boner with
Can you guys
those.
still hear me?
I'm just trying to. Yeah, we can.
Yes, we can.
I'm just trying to bring it back to an arcade topic as opposed to talking about pedophilia.
Why?
That
Oh,
was
that's good.
before.
Well, I mean,
Ooh, he's got-
party.
he's got-
Someone's
All right.
party.
Can we
Good for
present
social distancing, Brian.
Brian?
Yeah,
You got a
100%. So
party at your house.
Brian's going for it. So I'm gonna present.
Yeah.
Brian, he didn't
Yeah,
invite
present,
me.
let's,
All right,
let's present
spotlight.
Brian.
Here,
Brian.
Chris.
There we go.
Ooh,
Whoa,
food
yeah, he's
fight.
got
Fuck
good
yeah!
games.
Hello.
Food fight 720. Boom.
Whoa,
Nice.
food
Really good
food
game.
fight in a centipede cap. No, I'm just
He,
kidding.
yeah, he has a shitty collection. What
It's
is
got
what
a,
kind of
like a
crap is
baby
this?
Robotron.
Yeah, wow.
It works
Oh,
too.
nice.
It works.
No, it's a proper
There's
Robotron.
10 grand right
Food
there. You can get a
fight.
Wonka.
That's just a cardboard fucking cutout. Those aren't real games.
Yeah.
Except for food fight.
Don't
Whoops.
play them too
I'm
hard.
pretty
'cause
sure
they
I
can-
saw LCD screens on all of them.
Yeah, mappy.
They're one-up prototypes.
Yeah.
I just saw MAME boot up on 3 machines.
Wow.
Dragon's
Is
Lair.
there with the
Why am I seeing the Windows
The tapper.
logo?
Dragon's
Oh,
Lair.
Dragon's Lair. You got the thing
Yeah.
like the Dragon's Lair, like I got.
Is that an Asteroids Cabaret?
Yeah, with the
What
I
the?
can't wait to
What's
see
that? What's
The
that
best
marquee on
Atari
tapper?
Mini.
Wait, oh,
It's
it's
root
a
beer.
it's a root beer
Root
tapper.
beer, yeah.
ah.
Ooh.
It's a skate. I gotta know what the
That's
skate deck
more
is
than-
there. Oh, you got a couple of them.
Yeah, we're showing some skate decks.
So I've got a Matt Hensley reissued.
Ooh,
There.
nice.
Nice.
Fucking fake repro
H
bullshit.
Street.
Yes.
Great
Like the meme of
poster.
skateboards.
Starfighter.
Wow.
Yep.
Starfighter.
I want that
Uh,
poster. I gotta get it. That's
Mike
good.
Vallely deck.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cute. I
I'm
like
gonna
that.
start a thread on Claw of how you collect fake bullshit.
Do you have a Grinkfest 7?
Dude,
deck?
Fright Night. I
Fright
love it.
Yes.
I love
Oh, and
Fright Night.
Explorers.
Oh my
Laserdisc.
God, yeah.
Oh, nice.
But you know
Black
what?
Hole,
I actually,
dude,
I love
Black
that movie.
Hole.
I actually prefer. I have the Explorers original poster, the one where it's just the fence where it says
Oh, yeah, that's a good
adventure
one.
starts in your backyard. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a cool. That's one of my favorite kids movies ever.
Yeah,
Ooh,
me
you'll
too.
have to put
I
that in your
remember
arcade now.
seeing that movie in the
sucks.
theaters.
Great.
Oh yeah, look
Bet.
you.
Look at all your black hole, man.
Nice.
Dude, the
Yeah,
black
that's
hole
right,
is making me
stinks.
hard. I love
Yeah.
that.
Look at Brian's black
Look
hole.
at that Vincent
That's
is
a
beautiful. How big is that?
Yeah,
How big is the Vincent you've got?
Dude,
there?
your black hole is clean.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
it? Yeah, what's
Yes.
your
That's a model, the Vincent
Did
model.
you restore your black hole, or did it come like that originally?
How big is that?
Out when you first touched it?
God, did you dust
Or-
today or what?
Did I? No. I
Was
didn't.
that Vincent? Is that the model, Vincent?
Yeah, which Vincent is that? How big?
I
is
had the
it?
model. It looked like about like that.
Yeah, it's like a. It was like a.
Oh shit! It's huge.
It
Yeah.
was like a Comic-Con thing a few years
She's
back.
Oh, you gotta.
Oh, I had the
Voyager behind
model
there.
that you had to put together, and it
Oh.
looked a lot like.
Okay, random, but I like
So,
that
yeah.
old school clock. Like that was circa
That
19.
7-Up clock, the Uncola.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I
nice.
remember
This one came out
that.
of
That's a
Um,
Jamaican dude. who said
That's
that,
from
right?
our era, Carrie.
Yeah, yeah, it's exciting.
Jamaican.
It's from Waiting
Totally
for
Jamaican.
Me.
He was like the Uncola.
I remember that
Yeah.
clock.
You got the,
Yeah.
the prototype marquee on Robotron. That's cute.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
I
cute.
did the art for that.
Nice. Well done.
Did you?
Thanks.
It's good.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, take that.
So
That I
that's-
like that. That's awesome.
That's the game room.
Yeah, that's the way it's
So,
supposed
like,
to look. My centipede's broke too.
No,
I want to know more about your toys.
Yes.
Because
Yeah,
You
that's a
can
pretty
sell that.
impressive
it's cool.
toy.
Like those are
toy
game.
thing.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
what about
the-
these up here?
The
show me more
proximity.
toys. Oh yeah. Wait, are you in Animal
That's a
Crossing?
little creepy.
Yeah, what's up with those?
furries.
Nice.
He's a furry. Yeah.
The
Oh,
proximity
okay,
to your
that one's
black
creepy.
hole is very offensive.
That's right.
Come on
But
now.
it's a little-
No, I like the black hole.
I like your 70s clock on the wall above your TV.
Right.
Bitch, no
yeah,
more.
that
that
too.
thing.
Like you got some good clocks going on.
I got a few more games out here if you guys want to see.
Ooh.
Yes, please.
No pins. Just
No
bits.
pins. No pins.
No
Fuck pins.
urge for pins.
Yeah. Now I feel like we should have. We're gonna have the cookies.
All right. We got
Hey.
Joust, and then that's Battle Zone.
Ain't parking no
Oh,
cars
yeah.
in that garage. Right?
No. This is the Tempest, probably my most recent pickup, I think.
Nice looking Tempest.
Tempest. Yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
Big Dog, Mortal Kombat.
It's an arcade raid. It's a warehouse.
What? You have a
Yes.
90s game in there? Oh my
That's
god.
What?
We make him keep it back
preposterous.
there.
No, but I want to see the
That's right.
Afghan on. Is that an Afghan on
Look
top
at-
of
wait.
it that, like, you know?
Keep it warm.
Jesus Christ.
Can you pan up to the monitors on your
Afghan.
shelf next to you? Look at the monitor collection here, and then pan up.
Wow, look at
Circuit
that.
boards and stuff.
Yeah. And then
Oh,
go
that's
up
awesome.
we do get a bunch up top too.
What is
this
this
like
like
a-
on that
It's a
wall?
bunch of-
Bins.
There's a bunch
Sorry.
of consoles up there.
Is this the pre-bid video to your storage locker or what?
Right? I know.
I think we have to end this with we need to see what's in his refrigerator.
yeah, totally. I like the way the
nice.
No,
in there,
Gag,
or-
it's
PCBs
too,
are
it's too
mounted.
bright. It's too bright in here.
Is that for
that.
easy access,
Yeah.
or is that just for decoration? Like, I don't know.
Storage. I don't know. It's the best way to store them, I think.
Just like drilled to the wall.
It's wall
Right.
art.
Slap 'em.
Right? Like
Put 'em on the wall.
Like a clock. Yeah.
That's all of his real game. His real game PCBs. All the other shit you saw was just
Yep.
MAME.
He just
Yeah.
Yes.
I take the boards out, just
Hey.
put name in them. It's better that way, you know.
It's
Preserve
easier.
preserve
Was
the
it-
boards.
Hey.
Is it an
Reliable.
MCR power supply right there?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and I see an AR2 there.
Spools of
Yeah.
wire.
This is
That's
Asteroids
awesome.
board.
Asteroids.
The weird thing
Yeah.
about that Asteroids
That's
Deluxe
huge.
is that when I opened
That
it up,
Asteroids?
it had a Asteroids and a Deluxe board in it. They were both connected at the same time.
What?
I'm not sure
Neither
that
of them
works,
would
does
work.
it?
Wait, what?
What?
It does not work.
It turns out it doesn't work.
Okay, there we go.
We're two simultaneous games overlapping each other. Right?
Weird.
How the hell do
Yeah.
you play that?
Easy, you
That's-
blow up all the caps on the primaries.
That's all my shit.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome.
What kind of
Thanks for
food
the
did you get
tour.
from Chewy?
So Island Pirate was saying,
I know. It's
All
not
for
that
the cats.
too.
It's all for
What
the
kind of
cats.
blend? What kind of blend do you using?
Chewy's branded candy. Yeah.
And then back
right,
here, got the
so-
joystick
Brand-
poster.
oh yeah, look,
Oh, that looks like that was probably from a show too.
I like the
Worst
fact that it still
movie
has the
ever.
creases in it too.
You know, I just came across a movie that guy's
Oh, did you
in.
get that at
Another
PAX?
movie he's in.
Wow.
Jordan
Did you-
Baker?
Yeah, the big guy. I don't. Is that his name?
Jordan Baker.
Jordan
man.
Baker.
Jordan Baker.
He's in-
Did you guys ever
Goldeneye. He's
see?
in Goldeneye.
Did you guys ever see Evil Speak with
Yep.
with Ron